County Board of Commissioners to order. Our first item is to observe a moment of silence, please. Thank you. Would you please join me? Tim, join the pledge to allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, next item on the agenda is time for public comment. Have any public comment this morning?
I'm good.
Come on, Pam, you gotta represent the public. Okay, then we'll move on and you have minutes in your packet of the meeting from April 16th and Thursday, April 17th in your packet. Make a motion to approve those minutes. Second, questions or comments? None, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
You opposed? I have it. And those minutes are approved. Thank you. Before we get into the treasurer's report, we had an item come in very late, and that is a request from Karen Cupboard. We'll entertain a motion to add that request to the agenda.
Second.
Second, questions or comments? Not all in favor? Say aye. Pose same sign. One of that item, and I'm not sure where we'll fit that in, but maybe Jamie under your.
Maybe right at the end. I did, Dave Fitzke may be here to present for you, so we'll try and we'll give him as much time as we can.
All right, Mrs. Newen.
Thank you. Good morning to you all.
Good morning.
Okay, we had receipts on April 29th and 30th of $188,850.95. Brought us to a total cash of $7,708,621.33. Our expenditures this week were $1,472,953.03. Our undistributed tax claim is $176,845.02. Leaves us a cash balance of $6,058,823.28.
Move to approve as presented. Second.
Motion is second. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those same sign. Or is approved. Anything additional?
And we do money that we're setting aside right now, so.
You're,
And the discount was yesterday, so we just have,
and you and your staff have been very busy, huh?
yes, we have been.
And those the traffic. Thank you. Well, good morning. Please introduce yourself for the record and then you may proceed.
Michelle Snavely, Director of Human Resources. Under resignations and terminations, Kristen Leininger, Caseworker 1 in Children and Youth, resignation effective April 23rd. Lindsay Moyer, Casework Supervisor 1 in Children and Youth, resignation effective May 9th. Crystal Penna, full-time MATP Coordinator at Community Action Partnership Programs, termination effective April 8th. Joseph Shawley, full-time Correctional Officer at the jail, resignation changed to April 22nd. Lanicia Chase, DJ Office Support 1 at MDJ Figueroa's office, termination effective April 25th. Samantha Diadamo, Juvenile Probation Officer 1 in Probation Services, resignation effective May 5th. And Destiny Funnel, Office Support 2, Probation Services, termination, no call, no show, effective April 28th.
I'll move it. Second.
Motion is second. Questions or comments? None. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. Those resignations, terminations are approved.
Under changes of status, transfers, and promotions, I have a motion to approve Barbara Smith, Pathonetary Clerk of Court's recommendation to create a casual part-time court clerk position in the Pathonetary's office at a grade 7 on the non-union salary chart, no benefits, not to exceed 19 hours biweekly, effective immediately.
Make a motion. Second.
Motion is second. Questions or comments? None. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Pose same sign. You have that approval.
Joseph McGregor, change of status from part-time meal transporter at Area Agency on Aging to substitute meal transporter, no change in his rate, effective June 9th. Sierra Runyon, transfer from General Clerk C in the Pathonetary's office to General Clerk C in the Clerk of Court's office, no change in her rate, effective May 12th. Cody Ludwig, promotion from corporal at the jail to sergeant at the jail at the rate of $39.10 per hour, effective May 11th. Angel Medina, transfer from Assistant Enforcement Officer in Domestic Relations to full-time Deputy Sheriff in the Sheriff's Office at the rate of $21.70 per hour, effective May 12th.
So moved.
Second. Motion second. Questions or comments? None. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign, and those changes are approved.
Under other transactions, Children and Youth would like to hire Amber Alflin as a social service aide 1/case aide at the rate of $1,231.01 biweekly, effective May 5th. Children and Youth would like to hire Michael Boyer as a caseworker 1 at the rate of $1,597.60 biweekly, effective May 5th. President Judge Tillwalk would like to rehire Maritza Bell Perez as an office support 2 in domestic relations at the rate of $1,154.07 biweekly, effective May 5th. President Judge Tillwalk would like to hire Ivana Kumba as an office support 2/interpreter in the domestic relations office at the rate of $1,154.07 biweekly, with $1,500 annual interpreter stipend prorated from effective date of May 5th. President Judge Tillwalk would like to hire Courtney Bakley as an office support 2 in the domestic relations office at the rate of $1,154.07 biweekly, effective May 5th. President Judge Tillwalk would like to hire the following 2 DJ office support 1 positions in DJ Figueroa's office, both at the rate of $1,001.98 biweekly, effective May 5th, and that is Batsy Nicholas and Jalen Strobel. Voter registration would like to hire Anna Fink as an office support 1 at the rate of $1,145.12 biweekly, effective May 5th.
Also moved.
Second.
Motion second. Questions or comments? None. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. Actions are approved.
If there are no questions regarding the transactions presented, is there a motion to adopt these transactions onto the salary board?
Second.
Motion second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. Salary board recommendations are approved.
Thank you.
Thank you. Right along. District Attorney here. Yep. Good morning. Morning. Would you please introduce yourself for the record and then you may proceed.
Thank you. Good morning. So my name is Pierre Hesbroff. I am the district attorney here for Lebanon County. I am before the commissioners today specifically to request a proclamation as it relates to national and then countywide Police Memorial Week. President John Kennedy created National Police Week during his time in office to show respect, gratitude, and honor for our police officers. This year, the week of May 11th serves as the National Memorial Week. It serves as a reminder of the grave risks our men and women face every day when they leave their families behind in exchange for their uniforms and their badges. During Police Week, the Lebanon County Chiefs of Police Association, the Office of the District Attorney, and the local Fraternal Order of Police Lodge 42 host a law enforcement memorial service. The service highlights our local law enforcement officers who passed sadly in the line of duty. In terms of the local law enforcement officers that will be honored during this year's ceremony, there is Chief of Police Aaron McCord, Lebanon City Bureau of Police, end of watch, March 28, 1890. Chief of Police Cyrus Schaefer, Lebanon City Bureau of Police, end of watch, February 14, 1903. Sergeant Cheryl Pierce, South Londonderry Township Police Department, end of watch, September 14, 2013. Patrolman Michael Harry Wise II, Reading Police Department, end of watch, June 5th, 2004. Senator David J. Arnold Jr., Lebanon County District Attorney, 2006 through 2020. End of watch, January 17th, 2021. Lieutenant William D. Lebo, Lebanon City Police Department, end of watch, March 31st, 2022. And Chief Bernie Dugan, Anvil Township Police Department, end of watch, October 26th, 2023. So we are asking for a proclamation from the commissioners designating the week of May 11th as the Lebanon County Police Memorial Week, and then specifically May 15th as the Lebanon County Police Officer Memorial Day. And we will discuss that during the ceremony we plan to hold during that week.
That's just time and place.
So the ceremony is slated to begin at 10 o'clock at the Lebanon County Department of Emergency Services building. They are almost finished with a lovely first responder memorial out front. Our hope is to honor and use that location going forward. In case of clement weather, they have various rooms that we can use inside of that building that are set up for larger amounts of people, media, things like that. So should it be raining or anything like that, we would move the ceremony inside. But 10 a.m. at the DAS building on May 13th. So not next Tuesday, but the Tuesday thereafter.
Okay, and could you please tell me the Berks County mention, is that in there because,
Michael Wise.
oh.
Michael Wise, his family is local. His father was a chief of police locally, and he grew up, he was Lebanon County born and bred. His family still lives here.
Okay,
And we do have a proclamation to present. Jamie, would you like to read the proclamation for the record, please?
Yep, a lot of it was covered similar to that, so. Whereas Police Officers Memorial Day was created and established as May 15th by an act of Congress to pay special recognition to those law enforcement officers who gave their lives in the line of duty for the safety and protection of others. And whereas the members of the law enforcement agencies of Lebanon County play an essential role in safeguarding the rights and freedoms of the citizens of the county. And whereas it is important that all citizens know and understand the problems, duties, and responsibilities of their police department, and that members of our police department recognize their duty to serve the people by safeguarding life and property, by protecting them against violence or disorder, by protecting the innocent against deception and the weak against oppression or intimidation. And whereas the police departments of Lebanon County have grown to be modern and scientific law enforcement agencies, which unceasingly provide a vital public service. Now, therefore, we, the Commissioners of Lebanon County, call upon all of our citizens and all patriotic, civic, and educational organizations to observe the week of May 11th through May 17th as Police Week, with appropriate ceremonies in which all may join in commemorating police officers, past and present, who by their faithful and loyal devotion to their responsibilities have rendered a dedicated service to their communities, and in doing so have established for themselves an enviable and enduring reputation for preserving the rights and security of all citizens. Further, we encourage all citizens of the County of Lebanon to observe May 13th as Police Officers Memorial Day in honor of those peace officers who, through their courageous deeds, have lost their lives or have become disabled in the performance of duty.
second.
The motion is second. Any questions, comments? And just thank you for helping to organize this, and we appreciate the service of our police officers. If there's any other questions or comments, so all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Post same sign, and we have our, thank you, full support.
See everyone in the.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You please introduce yourself for the record, and then you may proceed.
Yes, good morning, Matthew Ugly, County Solicitor. I have three items for consideration by the board this morning. The first is the acknowledgement by the county of the non-judicial settlement agreement. To give the board some background, this is something that has been in the works now for the better part of over a year. Fulton Bank is the current trustee for the trust that was set up in 2014 relative to Clarence Shock Memorial Park with Governor Dick. About a year and a half ago, Fulton Bank had communicated to the county that they wished to step aside as the trustee. So Jamie and I engaged a number of different conversations to find a successor trustee. And we found a suitable successor trustee in First Citizens Community Bank. So there were discussions back and forth between the parties, between council. And one of the steps in this approval process is to gain approval from the Office of the Attorney General. This matter was forwarded to them back in the fall. After several months, it was approved. They issued a no objection letter. So On the last Governor Dick board meeting I attended, presented it, they approved it. And so now we're seeking approval by the county board to acknowledge the entry of this agreement.
Make a motion to approve the Governor Dick agreement.
Second motion.
Motion second. Questions or comments? Not all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Pose same sign. That approval.
The second item is an agreement of sale. This is for a attractive land located in Union Township. The agreement of sale is between John Lehman, Susan Lehman, and the Pilgrim Mennonite Conference. Presently, the county is engaged in discussions with Mr. and Mrs. Lehman relative to an approximately 1.2 acre tract of land in Union Township for the placement of a new DES tower site. We've been working with the Lehmans. The reason why it's between the three of them is because as part of the agreement, they're going to transfer one half of their interest to the Pilgrim Mennonite Conference. And then the three parties, the Lehmans and the Pilgrim Mennonite Conference will then transfer the 1.2 acre tract to the county. The consideration of this agreement is $100,000. The term of the agreement of sale is for 120 days. So we expect to be moving diligently in discussions and proceeding with settlement and gaining all necessary approvals for this tower site.
I could just mention by way of geographic location, it is just southwest of the Love's Truck Stop out in Littdale, which you're all familiar with. So it's right in that vicinity.
Yeah, just ask.
Motion, we have a second?
Second.
Questions?
The money has been set aside
Yeah.
for these towers, so
Yeah.
it's not a operating budget.
That's correct.
Any other questions, comments? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Let's have it.
The final item that I have, there are two agreements relative to property that's owned by Jeremy Ream at South Anvil Township. The first is an easement agreement, and the second is an agreement for the payment of money. The board may remember that the county purchased a parcel of land south of Mount Wilson Road, 241 area for a tower site in that vicinity. We have been working with Mr. Ream. Mr. Ream owns two tracts of land off of 241, and so Mr. Ream has graciously extended us an easement agreement for us to better access the county-owned parcel. So the first agreement is for the actual interest in the land, the easement agreement. That is for $5,000. As part of that, too, the county will be placing a fence. There'll be a fence placed on there, and Mr. Ream will have access to the key. He executed this agreement yesterday. Bob Dowd went out and met with him yesterday and had this agreement executed. So the first item would be the 5,000. Bless you.
Thank you.
5,000 for the easement agreement relative to the interest in the property.
Move to approve.
Motion
Second.
to second. Questions or comments? Not all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign.
And the final item that I have is just a standard agreement with Mr. Ream. This is pertaining to the transfer of money from the county to Mr. Ream. The county was amenable to installing a fence around the easement area. Mr. Ream instead opted, rather than having the county pay for it, that he would prefer money in lieu of that. So the estimate for the fence was $5,864.92. So this agreement is for the payment of the $5,864 in lieu of installing a fence.
I
Motion,
also move.
Second.
motion second. Questions, comments? None? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Same sign.
That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Gotta wait for a while.
Yeah, so maybe Bob could sing a few lines.
Aren't we doing the veterans?
Yes,
Oh.
yes. So the disabled veterans I have first, and then, by the way, the item you added to the agenda while we're here, I did while we're sitting here, I did receive an email from Mr. Kapitsky. He's not able to commit because he's working on the application.
It's
It's due tomorrow for this, with this letter is for, so I'll just cover that and seek your approval on it then when we get to there. All right, for the first item though is disabled veteran exemptions from real estate tax applications. Pretty long list here. It's one of the longest, if not that we've entertained here in the past. So I will read through these. Eldon Morey Jr. of Sycamore Lane, Palmyra, Patrick McElroy of Baldwin Street, Lebanon, Michael Schott of Twin Creeks Drive, Jonestown, Raymond Urban, Truman Street, Palmyra, Scott Johnson, Pinnacle Ridge Drive, Anvil, Louis McDowell Jr., Hickory Boulevard, Lebanon, Robin Rollins, 12th, South 12th Street, Lebanon, David Ramirez, Parkside Drive, Lebanon, Samuel Rhodes, East Cumberland Street, Lebanon, Gregory Rhodes, Fort Swatara Road, Jonestown, Robert Bixler, Lovers Lane, Lebanon, and Bao Pham of Mayflower Drive, Jonestown.
Make a motion to approve the 12 veterans for real estate tax exemption.
I'll second the motion.
second. Questions or comments? Not all in favor, please say aye.
Right?
Those same sign. Exemptions are approved.
Okay, the next item is, which we added to the agenda for the benefit of the Caring Cupboard. The Caring Cupboard is an organization in the Palmyra area that currently operates a food bank. And they are proposing to, and have been for some time now, building a new facility, which would then also include housing units. And in an effort to raise funds for this, they submitted an application to the federal government through Senator Fetterman's office last year for a $1 million grant. They've been informed that they were not awarded that, however, that they've been invited to reapply for the exact same project in the exact same way. You provided a letter of support for the project last year around this time. You've also committed $250,000 from the Affordable Housing Fund toward this project. And Mr. Fitzke is the director of Caring Cupboard, is asking for you to renew that letter of support so that they can add it to their application that they're submitting this week. So,
Support that.
Second. Questions or comments? None, all in favor, please say aye.
Right?
Those same sign.
so stick around and we'll get those signed right away. Get it up to them. That's everything I had.
Is there anything else for the good of the order?
Just mention that there was a very nice event yesterday for the volunteers of the Area Agency on Aging, well attended and just a, fun afternoon for all those volunteers.
Thank you. For mentioning that, we also just did, Al and I were at a breakfast this morning, in the chamber did, the Military Affairs Committee recognizing it's the veterans and awarded the Frank Smoker Award to his last name, I'm sorry, but their keynote speaker was an amazing guy. He now lives in Gettysburg and retired here. He said he was inspired by the words of Band of Brothers,
Dick Winters.
Dick Winters, saying he found peace in Pennsylvania, retired here. So he came here from Colorado. He is missing his left leg. He talked about, I can't do this story justice, but it was compelling. That he had a patrol coming. He was their senior. It was his fourth deployment in Afghanistan, and said you're trained to try to step in the boot mark of the soldier in front of you. And he said there was a step. I stepped there. He said that's the last thing I remember. Then it was complete blackness until he started coming around and was able to see some things. He saw a boot that he recognized, and it was his. That was some yards away from him. And the boy learned that he said basically he explained it like my body was split like a wishbone. He's already had 72 surgeries and had to have his total left arm rebuilt, and he's lost all of his teeth in his mouth. His gun hit him. But tell you the story, it was just so compelling and tragic. Yet he stood there at the end of the day. He said, if I have one thing to say to you, it's to wake up every morning. He said, I don't care who you are, where you are, but you look in that mirror, he said, and think to yourself, and how do I make things better than they were? You know, and if we all did that, he talked about how much hate we have in the world. He said, if we all did that, think about the impact. Just did it here in Lebanon County, but, God bless him. So anyway, good message for all of us to heed. So with that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
No, I get a turn to
Oh,
highlight
wow.
something.
Go ahead. Yeah.
I was going to say, of course, all week we had PA 250 in town and they were handing out posters and taking pictures. And so there was a little bit of notoriety from the state anyhow.
Hats off to all those who stepped up or volunteering, Bonnie and that lead committee, but we had a meeting the other day, and there was about 30 people there. So we are gaining some momentum. It's not a hard and fast plan at this point, but we are gaining momentum and it's very exciting. Now, anything else? Last chance. Motion to adjourn?
Second.
Stand adjourned. Thank you.